Guys, sorry, I took a little bit longer than I'd hoped. We're going to be here for a minute as well. Well, we're not actually. We're going to do 2 videos. Sorry, I feel a bit deaf because a friend of mine passed away last week Friday, and hey Kate, and we had a beautiful celebration of his life on Tuesday. Me and my wife was sat right next to the speaker box. I was sat right in front of it, and now I just feel deaf. So forgive me. I mean, you know, I shout anyway for fun, but yeah, forgive me if I'm either too low or too loud, because this is, especially, it's hot. I bought my fan. I've got a little blow fan, but it's a bit extra because of the noise. It's extra because of the noise. This is extra. It's Venus Day and we're beautiful, aren't we? So, you know, just to keep the sweat off my face, because everywhere's hot. You know, remember what I said to you, like I was going to be outside utilising the garden? Right. I don't want to go outside no more. I don't want to go outside no more. It's so hot. Fuck it out. Okay, so great. We've started off on a really good note as far as what is this full moon in? Is it in Capricorn? Is it in Aquarius? I mean, according to the Egyptians, it's neither. It's something completely different. So what we're gonna do is, sorry, the sweat of blood seed. We're gonna read. I think it's been a year since we read from the Egyptian birth signs, the secrets of the ancient Egyptian horoscopes. So according to the Egyptians, this season for Capricorn and Aquarius, if it's Capricorn, then it's the Sphinx, and if it's Aquarius, it's Shu. So what we are going to do is read from both so that we can determine what kind of energy y'all are feeling. Let me stick first of all though to the title. We ain't scared of no Boogie Man. Now listen, I've got a disclaimer. I heard it somewhere. Somebody was threatening their animal or their child, because I don't remember if it was a real life situation or if I was in a dream. I don't remember, because it's really hard to differentiate these days, right? I'm not joking, you all know. So somebody said, if you don't do whatever, the boogeyman's gonna get you. And I was like, what? I swear it's an animal, because that's what made it even more confusing. How does the animal know what the boogeyman is? So it's like, we're not supposed to get spooked at this time. I say that because why? If this moon is in Capricorn, then you already know that Capricorn represents the devil, and in tarot, and the the goat, right? And if this is Capricorn moon, then the devil energy is present. Not true? Or the father, because remember it's we've also got Saturn in retrograde in Capricorn right now. So, you know, I'm winging it. It'd be better if I had notes. I got no notes. I'm winging this, yeah, because it's so many different ideas, downloads and experiences all piling into one thing. I'm trying to explain it to you, like, right? So boom. If it's in Capricorn, hey Nancy, forgive me if I don't say hey for a little while, because I want to try and focus on what this message is, yeah? So if it's in Capricorn, I feel like there's a lot of devil energy around. Devil energy meaning opposing energy. What's happening now, please? I don't want no problems. Brightness, let's see. Alright, did you know? I didn't know you could do filters on... I'm gonna try one. Does that make a difference? Look at all these filters. Who knew? Did any of you lot know? Anyway, let's get back to normal. Boom. I'm getting distracted. I was trying to brighten the screen. So if it's in Capricorn, there's a lot of devil energy around. Devil energy meaning opposing energy. Opposing energy meaning your own fucking demons and others, and other people's demons coming up. So my question was, how do we move in that energy? How do you move in that energy? Because it's not an energy that goes away. It's not an energy that disappears. or if it is going to get sucked into another realm or dimension, it hasn't happened yet, so it's still here, it still fucks with us. And how do you move in it? How do you move in it? And devil energy being, you know, if we're talking about tarot, we're also talking about worldly things, things that you're attached to, money, material shit, the things that we used to define ourselves next to, you know, education and, you know, status, car, home, all these things. Are you still attached to the shit? And this is the devil energy that I'm talking about. It's going to be coming up. It's going to be coming up because it's imperative that we define ourselves away from these material things. It's imperative that we begin to measure our abundance on our health, on our healthy relationships, on our on what we do with our time, how we exchange energy. This is a way that we are being asked to measure our worth, our relationship with the divine, our relationship with each other. These are the new millionaires. I hear a lot of you saying, well, we need money to survive, we need money to live. I mean, right now we've got I think it has to be a global crisis of cost of living for all. Everybody is being affected by what they are calling a world recession or some shit like that, right? I don't really know. You already know I don't know. I'm making terms up because I don't know what they're calling it. We're also seeing, okay, let me stay focused. So, no, it's all in relation. So with Saturn being in retrograde, Saturn represents structure, it represents institution, it represents rules and regulations and you discipline, these things. And what we're seeing is the very foundations of what we thought were falling to pieces. Japan, just the entire Japanese cabinet government just quit. And the UK, you already know what's happening over here. And in the Americas, that's comical. You understand, you can already see that the thing that we've believed was the foundation of our humanity is crumbling. So therefore, if those structures are crumbling, everything that they created is also crumbling, including money. So therefore, we talked in the five aspects of the soul about resourcefulness, didn't we? And bringing our resources together to accumulate more. I'm sure we did that. We spoke about that, right? So this, if the moon is in Capricorn, then it's asking you, I feel like it's highlighting, how do you equate your self-worth? Is it still against material things, or have you expanded your consciousness enough to know that that is an illusion in itself? And that's what I feel like this full moon. There's no Boogie Man. And also, let's talk about demons. Let's talk about because sometimes, you know, there's people that you might consider being real life demons, but at one point you loved those real life demons for whatever. There could be family members, they could be exes, they could be colleagues, it could even be places and things and habits. Now you're demonizing these things. These things, at some point you demonize them, and then guess what? Demon, the same thing you demonized rocks back up into your space. How do you move? How do you move? Honestly, if you are now, I'm talking coming right up into your space, into your presence, you're being faced with the thing, not from a distance. How you move from a distance, how you move from a distance, but how do you move when that shit is close up to you? How are you moving? How are you moving? Are you afraid? Are you accommodating? vibes in. Are you glad to see it? What's happening? Some of you are overstaying your welcome as well in certain places, people and things. You're overstaying your welcome. Your time there is done and you are resisting moving. So what's basically going to happen is your bumper clock going to get plucked. You're going to be removed if you don't remove yourself. Let me just stop for a quick intermission. Venus Day, Love Sticks, Mama D Products, website up and popping, link down below in the bio. It's my faves. This is my favorite fucking stick, to be honest. I could just sit here the whole time, but let me just get back to what I was saying. Some of you are going to be plucked if you don't remove yourself willingly by yourself. So but we talked about this from the Lion's Gate, I'm sure we did. So how are you moving with these demons that are coming up? Are you showing fear? Are you or are you sure about who the fuck you are? Because there's nothing to fear if you know who you are, your own personal power, and how crazy your own demons move. There's nothing to fear. So you can be cordial, if at the very least, or at least feel protected if you don't feel like you want to interact or parlay. You can feel safe and secure knowing that ain't nothing coming to check you. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing to be afraid of, no matter what type of demon rolls up on you in this time. Don't ask me about all these squiggles. Don't ask me, because I've got new gold makeup. Because I left my makeup bag in Jamaica, innit? So I've had to replace some of the stuff. I can't get nothing the same. Because I just get random makeup. I don't like to spend a lot of money on fucking makeup. I don't use the face stuff. But the colouring stuff, I like to spend a lot of money on it, man. I think what I spend the most on is mascara. Little bad gal mascara. It's a little bit, it's not too expensive, but it's, everything else though can't cost more than, I think the maximum like £3 for an item. I mean, for why though? For why? It's just gonna peel it off and take it off. So, and my skin seems to be resilient against all things. It really doesn't react to any madness. I could rub mud on my face. Well, mud's good for you, innit? I could put anything on my face, lead, and it would be fine. Just wipe it off. Clean my face, it'll be alright. Anyway, digression. Because I've got a new setup in it, a different setup, not new. I don't think this is permanent, but it's just so fucking hot. You hear me now? We're not supposed to complain, but I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you the facts. It's hot. All over the fucking house. Outside's disrespectful. It's just disrespectful. It's just close. So I couldn't go outside. Couldn't sit in my room. My room seems to be the hottest room in the house. And so I'm in the kitchen. Ralphie's gone home today. Because even Ralphie's breathing was getting on my nerves. Everything. It's hot. I'm on my period. Yeah, man. I couldn't come yesterday. I wanted to, but I could not. I was fucking hot and tired and horny. That's the whole point of this. Why I wanted to talk about this makeup, because it's lots of squiggles looking like snakes. Talked about this. It's been on my head for a couple of days now. It's Kundalini energy. My God, my God. Oh God. And I love a little bit of sex magic. We talked about it. Yeah, I like a little bit of sex magic. But if you're not in, I don't have the energy, to be honest, for physical movement. So what I'm doing is creating, I'm manifesting in my head. It's hot, it's really, really hot. So I'm manifesting things in my head, in my heart, in my soul, or whatever, wherever I manifest it. Manifesting some shit, and what I'm doing is also using that energy that is running through my body like an electrical current to connect deeper with the connections that I already have. Also I'm using it for visualizations, exercises, visualizing spaces and places and things and stuff that I want to experience. That's what I'm doing with that very powerful Kundalini energy, which is currently on all of us right now. Oh, for grasshoppers, it's mating season. I don't want to hear and talk. Ralphie got his first smell of pussy last week or this week. I can't remember. I think it was last week. Got his first smell because he was moving mad, yeah. Like the breathing was like. So my love was like, maybe you need some pussy. I was like, you know what, maybe, but you can't get closer to a dog for long enough without snapping and acting mad. But all these bitches, because that's what female dogs are called, all these bitches just be rolling down on the floor, just submissively, just giving him whatever he is doing there. And so lo and behold, and the dog that he actually got the whiff off was called Sage. So him and Sage have been at it for a couple of years now. They know each other, you know what I mean? But Ralphie just acts a bit weird when he's around other dogs. Anyway, but not today or not that day. He actually was curious enough to behave himself and actually get that sniff at their pussy. When I tell you, Ralphie banged into the lamppost when we was walking back. He was disorientated. I was dead. I was dead. It was so funny to me that he got his first sniff of pussy, and since then, even yesterday, he was close. There was another bitch on heat, and she just lay down on the floor, opened up her legs, and Ralphie was like, oh, this again. But the other owner wasn't really willing, like pulled up her dog and told her stop being so easy, you get me? And Ralphie was like, but I think Ralphie's starting to get it now. 4 years in, bless him. Okay, let's pray. I think, no, it's not prayer yet, is it? This is gonna be, okay, it's a little bit. So we're gonna look at the archetypes of what we think is Capricorn, which is called the Sphinx. We're gonna look at the archetype, we're gonna have a quick read. I've also got the 42 laws of Ma'at. I'm not sure if I'm gonna, because I'm gonna come straight back and do a love reading with y'all. It's been a minute. Anyway, so the Sphinx, if you are the archetype of the Sphinx, your birthdays are between the 27th of December and the 25th of January, which is kind of around about the Capricorn birthdays, innit? So none can solve the riddle of the Sphinx, be he god or mortal man. Well, it should be she goddess or mortal woman, because we all know that the Sphinx was a female. Anyway, but that quote came from an ancient Greek historian called Diodorus Siculus. Who remembers Diodora trainers? I really, really liked Diodora trainers. Anyway, digression. Ready now. This is probably the most enigmatic of all the signs. Sorry, guys. In Egyptian mythology, the Sphinx, whose original Egyptian name was Hu, was not only a treasure guardian, but also a shapeshifter able to change into the form of any other creature. So right there, you're giving me adaptability energy. You're giving me adaptability vibes. Being able to move and adapt into any situation, turn yourself into anything, being fluid at this time. So let's get to, that was just a little introduction as to what it was. Positive characteristics. Outwardly, the Sphinx is humorous, witty, fun-loving, but inwardly they maintain a serious, sharp-eyed attitude to life. So are you, some of you taking life a little bit too seriously at this point? You know what I mean? You're really fun and, you know, out here, but you've got this hard exterior that you're still, why though? I don't understand. Why though? Why are you not showing all of your colors? Why are you not showing all of your colors, as you're now clear that you're the architect and you can paint in the most beautiful, pretty, vibrant colors that you want? But you're still here, still taking life a bit too seriously, because it's not that deep. They are ambitious with the capacity to exercise authority, while a strong will and conscientious attitude results in many Sphinxes holding positions of responsibility. Sphinxes are usually optimistic concerning their chosen ventures, and a strong sense of intuition often brings them success. They have considerable powers of concentration, coupled with manifold technical and artistic skills. Those born in this cycle are extremely self-disciplined, possessing a mental stamina to remain on top of most situations. I think that's all I want to talk about. That's all I want to highlight. Accept this bit. It says negative characteristics. Opportunities are sometimes missed through too great an attachment to outdated ideas or methods. You will miss opportunities if you are attached to outdated ideas or methods. Exactly what I was talking about right in the beginning when I was talking about, are you still attached to the material things of this year world? Ain't nobody scared of the Boogie Man. So the Boogie Man can't tempt you into still feeling attached to things like money and possessions to define who the fuck you are. I'm not saying that you can't be abundant with those things. I ain't. Of course I'm not saying that, man. You know, but what I'm saying is, why are you gonna pull yourself into the ground to achieve that? Hey Shelly. Why are you gonna drill yourself? Why are you gonna allow yourself to be manipulated, used, and abused to attain these things that are outdated? Huh? So let's say it's in Capricorn, but then let's say it's in Aquarius. I had it all here already. I was ready. Shoot. Chapter 6, 99. Let's say it's Aquarius then. Let's ask some different questions. Shoot. These are for people born January 26th to February 24th. May the breath of Shu bring life to the earth. May his passing cleanse the sky. From the pyramid texts. Shu was the god of sunlight and air, and as such was represented as a human being with his hieroglyphic sign, a feather. You should have seen me, because I came on here like this because I needed to get my feather, yeah? But I needed to go toilet. So I thought, let me get the feather, put it in my hair, go toilet, come back up. Because if I go toilet, come back up, I'll forget the feather. This is how I was sat before, my nice new white feather. Look at this picture of this team here. So we could very possibly be in the full moon in Aquarius. Who knows? Whichever resonates best for Uno. All right, boom, let's get into it. A human being with his hieroglyphic sign, a feather on his head. He was the brother and consort of the lioness-headed Tefnut, and is therefore often referred to as one of the divine twins. Positive characteristics. A cheerful temperament makes most relationships easy for Shus, and many enjoy considerable popularity. Love of social occasions is usual, with much concern for the pleasure and happiness of others. Now that's a little bit disturbing, because if your concern is for the pleasure and happiness of others, your concern is not on yourself. So I'm gonna say that this full moon is highlighting that you are making sure that you are pleasurable, you are pleasured, and your happiness comes before all others. Because if you're not right, no one's right. Do you understand? Because even if you are happy, if you're one of these people that are happy to serve others in a way that you know, brings you joy in this kind of exchange. But then yesterday, even though I said I was coming on, I didn't, because I was making sure that I was pleasured in my happiness, and I was tired, and my pleasure was lying in my bed. Do you understand? I came first, so we had to wait to today, which is fine, because now I'm in the mood to do it, and it's all good. But what I'm saying, the point of that is saying, don't overextend yourself for others in this season. It will not benefit you. All it will do is make you fucking bitter and resentful and mad at yourself for allowing yourself to do those things. I'm shouting. Why? I don't know. Okay, well. Business capacity is well above average, although partners or colleagues are required to help with sound administration and investments. Most born in this sign have a deep sense of responsibility, generally sharing a conscientious and principled attitude to life. Negative characteristics. Many shoes miss vital opportunities due to a hesitant and indecisive attitude. Being hesitant and indecisive just means that you're not in full trust of yourself. You don't trust yourself. And again, that came up in the Lion's Gate. You were asked to have trust. This situation is calling for trust. I'm really impressed with my memory today, because I can't believe it. But it was only the other day, so it's not that bad. But like I said, one day morphing into the next. How come we're Friday where I got heartburn? That's another thing. My teeth stopped hurting altogether. I'm just saying, my teeth have stopped hurting altogether. Not to say I'm still not going to get them checked out, but I'm just saying they've just stopped hurting now that this Lionsgate thing is kind of wrapped up, and we're completely at the back end of it now. I'm just saying, can we pray and then let's pull some cards? Thank you so much, Moniba. I can't read all of your name properly, but thank you. It's Venus Day. On Venus Day, what do? We wear pink. We do that. Anyway, let's pray. Our divine Mother and Father who live within us, hallowed be thy name. Our freedom come, your will be done on earth as it is within us. Give us this day our daily breath, and forgive us our trespasses against ourselves and others, as we forgive those who trespass against us and themselves, through all lifetimes, timelines, and levels of consciousness. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the absence of love. For we are the kingdom, we are the power, divided we are weak, united we are victorious, and to you, the Almighty, we give all of the glory forever and ever. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. So it is, and so it will be. Ashe. I ask for my ancestors, my guides, my angels, my higher self, my Orishas, my guardians of the air, of the land, and of the sea to come forward and help join me with the collective, so that we can have a clear, precise reading for the energies of this full moon in Capricorn / Aquarius. Ashe. Don't need you. Nope. As above, so below. So within, so without. If it's you, then it's me. If it's me, then it's you. Yes. Joey. Calling my angels, and my friend that passed away was called Joey. He was a bass player. I called him the Anchor Man. And I can feel him. I said I'd call on him though. Can also feel Alfie as well. Yo, guys. Alright. What are we pulling first? Ah, it's our first card. Cautious on the lookout. Says symbol of vigilance and wariness, war horn. Akoben is a horn used to prepare for battle. How do you respond to these demons? How do you respond? Because a lot of people are going to be fighting for useless shit in these times. A lot of people are going to be fighting for useless shit, outworn, outdated things that they attach to that no longer serves them, but they're still going to be fighting for it. And this is a time for you to be cautious, for all of us to be cautious, and on the lookout for what is important to us. You know, are you going to waste your energy partaking? Because there's going to be a lot of panic. We already know. Like, what did I see maybe yesterday, possibly? An article warning British people, the British public, that by January they're just going to start having these blackouts now. They're telling us when they're coming, and because of this extra surge for energy. I didn't read the whole article, I just read the headline and a little few lines, and I was like, oh, is it? We've been telling you. But this is a time to be cautious on the lookout, because people are going to be desperate, and people are going to be stealing and violating in order to maintain some shit they don't even fucking need. This is all about essential stuff. So when it says prepare for war, prepare for battle, we already know that this is a spiritual. This is your soul is on the line for this one, yeah. It's not so much your physical body, because really and truly, if I was thinking about it yesterday, literally yesterday on the roof. Was it yesterday I was on the roof? Who knows? Whatever day I was on the roof this week, I was thinking, rah. If I was to be killed by an enemy, that's peak for them, because I'm more powerful without this body. And that was the same for our ancestors, for those that were murdered or during, for whatever time. And we're talking about all of our ancestors, you know, whether they were the oppressed slaves, whether they were the witches, whether they were the magical people of this. Do you understand what I'm saying? You understand? They were more powerful outside of their fucking bodies. But at this time, remember I told you about this ascension period. This is a time where the soul and the body want to stay together for as long as possible. So the power of the soul wants to now surge through the body. So you are still extremely powerful in this body. Maybe just as powerful as you would be without it, because you were starting to remember all things now. All of everything, all of the use, all of the, you already know, Akashic records, all of the things, they're all lining up now, all of your lifetimes, you get me, timelines, all merging, you know. So this battle that we're talking about is a mental and spiritual battle. And to prepare for it, we need to unsubscribe from a lot of things. The less you need in these times, the less, the least resources, or when I say least resources, but the less that you actually physically need to survive in these times is all the better. It's all the better. For those that are still needing, and I'm talking very trivial things, for those that are still needing all 3 meals a day to survive, you're gonna fucking suffer right now. I promise you. If you don't know how to fast, if you don't know how to limit your intake of things during these times, and you're gonna need a lot, you're gonna die first. I'm just saying, because it's gonna be peak for you. If you're still addicted to certain substances, things like artificial foods that are not even foods, and these things, you're going to suffer the most. If you're still unable to survive on less, you're going to suffer the most. If you are still defining yourself with your clothes, with your money, with your possessions, you're going to suffer the most. Prepare for battle, and the best way that you can prepare for battle is to unsubscribe from as much shit as possible. And be prepared, stay ready so you don't have to fucking get ready. Make sure that you do have the essentials that you do need at this time. See that trashy I miss you a bit. Your name just disappeared. You see that though, girl? Because we're in this bitch together, innit? So we're going to have the same types of downloads. We're going to get the same type of messages because Spirit speaks to us the same. Not in the same way, but we get the same fucking messages, all of us. So, you know, if you are getting those messages and you come across this thing and it's confirmation, do it. Do it. My daughter came in here the other day, a big one, and she was like, fucking hell, that's why there ain't no water in the shops. Because she's just pure water downstairs. Because that's my essential. That's my essential. One of my essentials is water. Good quality, high quality water. I tried the filter thing, you know, but it didn't really work for me because I still had to get the water out the tap or get the water out the damn bottle and filter that as well. It's long. The worst thing about that is I'm using too much plastic, but, you know, potato at this point because I need the water that I need and I like sucker. It's my favorite. So yeah, let's pull a clarifier though to see if there's any specific thing we must be preparing for at this time. Your mind's going to be playing absolute tricks on you. My mind's been, I used to suffer from, oh God, I don't know if I should keep that. My mind has been playing, I used to suffer from body dysmorphia. So even when, it didn't matter what was going on with my body, it was hideous to me. And I would do all kinds of things to overcompensate for how hideous I believed my body to be. So now, it's doing it again. Last week, the last couple of days, and I'm having to fight. The battle is within you as well. It's not outside. You lot are waiting for something outside of you as well to come fuck with you. Your own mind will fuck with you. You understand? So, that's been coming up all week. And I've been like, but ain't we a 10 at all times? But that mantra ain't really been working this week for me. So I've been like, what the fuck is that then? Because I'm supposed to be in love with myself no matter what. I'm supposed to be good with myself no matter what. So now, what's going on? I'm looking a little different in certain clothes and, you know, things are not fitting the way that they used to, or, you know, especially my stomach. Oh my God. Like before, especially when I've been bigger than this, I've been like, no man, like, I'm good with my stomach. Just rub my belly, like if I'm initiating myself into new situations, especially intimate ones. First thing I'm going to make you do is rub my belly so that I can get over myself, and then we're good. Yeah. So I was like, what about all of that? My mind's like, no, it's gross. Look at it, look at you. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So, this battle, old heartbreaks coming up. Old things that you used to tell yourself or used to break your own fucking heart. Allowing those demons to get the better of you, whether they're inside you or outside of you, allowing those demons to get the better of you. So prepare for battle, prepare to fight for you, everything that you've worked for, your sovereignty, your self-love, your self-compassion. Prepare to fight for that, because it's on the line at the minute, seems like, especially if this moon is in Capricorn, seems like. Let's move forward. Let's carry on. Oh, my scalp is sweating. So if my scalp is sweating, my hair's gonna get, it's gonna shrink. It's gonna shrink because my scalp's wet. Wait, I've got the fan. Wait, let me. This is it. Seriously. I know it seems extra. Whew. I just need to get my scalp dry. It's very hot. My God. Whew. My arms as well, I need to get a wax. It's just because I've needed the wax for 2 weeks. I was about to say, no, it's because I've been on my period this week. I don't like the pain. We wait till, no, I needed it a long time. But now I've got to book this wax because it's out of control. It's really, really rude. Really rude. this. Oh, fucking hell. Remember I told you though, daughter Earth, she's got a fever. It's gonna keep getting hotter, y'all. It's gonna keep getting hotter. And also prepare for battle. This battle. Remember what I told you with the Lion's Gate. I don't know why I'm shouting. I'm sorry. Remember what I told you with the Lion's Gate. Things are not exactly what they seem, and your mind is going to tell you that it is, but your soul is going to tell you no, it's limitless, and your mind's going to continue to tell you that there are limits. And you, this battle, that battle there, time is real. No, it isn't. You know, this is real. No, it isn't. Money is real. No, it isn't. Do you understand? Really, really hot, yo. All right, so the first card out was greatness. Yes, some positivity and wonderfulness, I beg. Chief of the Andinka symbols, symbol of greatness, charisma, and leadership as it inspires other symbols. Because we talked about the Sphinx being a symbol of leadership, and Capricorn, when you think about it, you know, it's leadership, isn't it? Because Capricorns don't play to get their shit together. People in business and these things, usually Capricorns. My accountant's a Capricorn because I know what the fuck, I trust that she knows what the fuck she doing, and she do it really, really, really well. So Capricorns, the greatness. Let's look at this. In what area? Can you be specific, please, for the collective? In what area? What's up? No, they don't play. They don't play. They know their money, yo. They know what is what. They know what is what, and they're disciplined the fuck. What do you mean? And we all needed some of that. We all want a bit of it. It's 3 cards. All right, let's do it. What area? Let's have a look. Ooh, greatness in coming together, celebration, and covenant, and community, and communion, and collectiveness. Wonderful. 3 of Cups. We fucking love it. We love it. So this is celebration. This is camaraderie. This is you know, everybody's as great as the other. There's no competition, there's no rivalry, there's just greatness and a celebration of that. There's enough room for everybody in this bitch, yeah. Everybody can be great. Not one person, or, you know, everybody can be great. And then we got what? The High Priestess. You already fucking know. You already know. Your intuition, your instincts, because, you know, you're starting to understand that your wealth is in your gut health, you know, because if your intuition, which is your gut, isn't working, you're fucked. You're fucked. So, you know what I was saying, if you lot are still addicted to artificial things that are not even food, you know, and giving that to your gut, to your intuition, to your most important brain, your greatness is at risk. Your greatness is at risk at this time. So, or it's not at risk, it's compromised. It's compromised is the word. Because, you know, I know some super, super intuitive high priests and priestess that eat whatever they want to eat. Do you get me? And it doesn't, but it can be compromised. I'm just saying, I'm just the fucking messenger. You get me? It's not my own particular judgment. I'm just like these feet, because I just be barefoot all the time. So, but my leg needs a stretch. And then we got judgment. Can you hear it? Can you hear the call? Because it's getting louder and louder. Babylon has finished. It's getting louder and louder and louder and louder. The call to mission, the call to be in your greatest version. Because we're talking about greatness. So this is the judgment card. And you're being called, man, woman, and fucking child. You understand? Being called to your greatness, being called to your mission. Are you answering the call, or no? You still think you got a bit of time? I don't think so, personally. And then next we got wonderful Nyam Dua, God's presence and protection. Says tree of God, altar. This symbol represents a sacred place for rituals in front of a house or compound. Because remember, if it's a compound, this is us bringing all of our resources together to gain property and land that we are self-sovereign on. I saw this amazing, there's this people that I follow, We Are the Farm, on Instagram, and it's a bunch of people that's bought some land and they do their own farming, their resources, they're fully self-reliant, and I saw them getting some medical equipment delivered today to the compound, and I was like, woo! Wonderful, fucking wonderful. Because when we say self-sovereign, we fucking mean it. You understand? Not to say that you ain't gonna need X-ray machines, because you're gonna need that. You're gonna want to look inside the bones if that technology is available. Of course you do. You understand? You want to make sure that you've got all what you need to bind things back together, see what is what. Of course you do. But you don't want to go to Simon and them and do it. So you have to purchase your own. And this shit is not cheap. So we have to come together, because we're all going to use it and we're all going to fucking need it, no? I'm not going to lie to you. Last year, I thought I was pregnant. And I didn't want nothing to do with hospitals or anything. So I was in talks with one of my other sisters who's a nurse about buying my own ultrasound machine. Real talk. Real fucking talk. I didn't want to have nothing to do with these people. And then my sister that's a nurse, I've got doula brethrens, I've even got a midwife friend. You understand? Like, that we deal with each other. In my house. That's really what I wanted to do, and that's what was done in old. I don't know, I think when they declared women as witches and started burning them, that's when men started to deliver babies. That's when it happened. So it was the 14th, 15th century. I don't fucking know, but it's been a few hundred years, but not that long in consideration to how long we have been on this space. Yeah. So let's pull. Oh no, I haven't finished reading it, have I? Compound. It's crafted from a tree cut where 3 or more branches come together. A bowl is placed inside with water, herbs and other symbolic material for blessing, rituals and libations. We start to have our own sacred spaces as well that we come to as a collective, and our sacred spaces have always and will always be outside with nature. You know, many of us are now fully aware that keeping our shoes off keeps our electrical, magnetic energies that run through us grounded. This is like, it's almost like draining the excess. So if you're walking around with shoes on all damn day, all you're doing is letting this build up of electrical pulses that are running through you stay in you and continue to build up. But if you take your shoes off and put your feet on the ground, on the earth, then it can, you know, you can drain some. You get me? And rebalance and get yourself back into a more balanced state. That's why we do it. It's not for fun. It's not for hippy dippy. It's the actual thing. So hold on. Pull clarifier for it. Don't know why because I'm on my period. I was about to say I don't know why I'm so aggy. I'm on my period. I feel like you lot are the first set of people. Can you lot hit the like button when you come in? Set of people. No. I spoke to Ralphie's dad today, but yeah, I was a bit aggy with him as well. Not with him, to him, but I was just aggy. We didn't really talk much. We were both hot and tired. So, but yeah. Sorry for the aggy. Some clarifiers about God's presence and protection, but it's very self-explanatory. Ooh. Hold on, wait. Because if you can't remove yourself from things that are no longer serving you, especially during this full moon, it will be done for you. It will be done for you. Divine intervention will kick in. Your ass going to be plucked. And so it's better you make the decision for yourself and do it for yourself. But even if you're plucked, it's God's plan. You are protected. God's presence and protection. You are fully protected during this time, so don't panic. Have faith. Faith that everything is exactly as it should be. Your needs, all of your needs will be met. You were not put here to suffer. Let's pull a goddess. No, moonology, goddess, go, finish. And then, yeah, okay. You know, because now, what is time? Because it feels like I've been here for fucking ages already, and I haven't. Not even an hour yet. So let's do this one. And then what I'll do, I'll recollaborate myself really, really quickly. I'm going to build up, because you know what we do. I'm going to put on loud music for the soundtrack, and we're going to do a love reading, because we ain't done one in ages. We ain't done one in ages. All right, boom. Bring love into the situation. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. It's the new moon. I got excited because I saw Aquarius, but it's a new moon. New moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. Pour. Look at that. Look at the pouring that love into. Hey, MJ. New moon in Aquarius. Yeah, so I'm going to get myself together and then give me 20 minutes to come back. Hey, Foxy Moon, my love. Give me 20 minutes and I'll be back with a love reading. And then when I said that, my chest just, it felt like I went over a bump. I don't know. I'm not going to comment, babe. I didn't read all of it, that's why as well. It's full moon in Aquarius here in the States. It's debatable. Like I said, for the full moon in Aquarius, that's for the Western astrology. For the Capricorn, it's for the Vedic. So it's whatever you vibrate with, actually. And then for the Egyptians, it's neither. So it's Sphinx and Shu. So, you know, it's potato. What we're doing is just the energy, innit? What we're feeling. Okay, your hard work is paying off. No. I've got the thing wrong. I've got the thing wrong. And look, imagine I was going to read New Moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. That's still a message for the collective. Bring love into the situation. New Moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is all about progress and modernity. So this is the time to move forwards. The New Moon in Aquarius card means no looking back. Why could you look back if there's nothing to look back for? If only looking forward, everything's there. Everything's there, or in fact, everything's right here. Because you're here painting your landscape. You're the architect. So you've got your pretty colours and you're out here painting. And then when you present it, it's forward. Then look at what I did. And you experience it. You jump into the paint and you experience it. Okay? So even if some of you are feeling like some shit is feeling like a fucking movie right now, it's okay. It's supposed to. Because you're the star. Change is on its way and it could come quickly. Whether you get the change you want, look at this. Change is on its way and it could come quickly. But you are divinely protected. Whether you get the change you want depends both on whether you believe you can have it or how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. This card comes with the suggestion that you may need to do things independently on your own, but be loving, not too pragmatic. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up. Aquarius energy has an electric feel to it. So that's why it's important that your ass is grounded right now. You make sure you're taking off your fucking shoes and you're putting your feet on the fucking earth. Alright? Certainly there is a sense that you need to let go of the past and move forward towards your future as soon as possible. Attune to the moon, because some of you are still attached to some shit that is out of date. Attune to the moon. Explore the idea that it's not what you know, but whom you know. Additional meaning for this card: you need to be more detached from this situation. Thinking outside of the box will bring the solution. More pragmatism is called for. Improve your karma by doing some charitable work. The teaching. Aquarius is the sign of invention, modern advances, technology, and humanity. Its energy is a little brittle. It's individual, scientific, even, and relatively emotionally detached. Many people think Aquarius is a water sign because of the Aquarius symbol is the water bearer, but it's actually an air sign and is far more about intellect than the emotional water signs. As is this card. No matter when you draw it, dropping convention works well with this energy. Dropping convention works well with this energy. So you're not chasing the bag anymore, because the bag is now getting ready to chase you. And you have to look as well, like when you're chasing something, imagine, remember when you was in the playground like a kid and you was being chased and you really, and then just as somebody's about to touch you, do the move. You get me? You do the move where there's one quick flinch and the dodge and you're out. Things when you chase it is very hard to get a hold of. I hate fucking chase. Remember Kiss Chase? I fucking hated that game. What are we doing running down people's children to kiss them for? That's long. I hated that game. I could hear myself laughing in the playground though, but I hated that game. But whatever we chase gets further and further away from us. Sometimes we just have to sit still and let that bitch come to us. And it will, if we believe that it will. Do you understand? So instead of chasing the bag, what else are you doing? You're creating, you're enjoy, you're doing things that bring you happiness and peace. And guess what? One day, if you share that stuff with the world, the things that bring you happiness, joy, and peace, guess what happens? Guess what happens? Cha-ching. Cha-ching, ching, ching. Bing. You know, Monzo is my favorite bank account ever because, you know, it's the noise it makes when people put money in your account. Ching! Cha-ching! I love it. It just sweets me every time. I don't know the amount or whatever, but whenever I hear it, I'm skinning my fucking teeth. And sometimes I'll be in my bed and that happens. It's facts. So listen, guys, stop chasing what is not needing to be chased at this moment. And in fact, nothing needs to be chased. If it's for you, it can't miss you. I'm not saying that you don't work towards things and you don't, you know, I'm not saying you do that. You do absolutely nothing waiting for things to fall on your lap. No, I'm not fucking saying that. But if you are out here literally slaving yourself for what? Money. I already told you, look. Bomber Clark gonna get plucked if you're still doing that shit. Because especially if you're supposed to be working for the divine. Divine's like, the fuck, you're supposed to be working for me. Get one goddess. Close this reading. Did it in an hour. Proud of us. Then we'll do the love reading. Got to get a soundtrack. Can you not hear the music right now? I mean, it's meditation music. It's in the other room, but it should be loud enough. Can you not hear anything? Let me know. Because then that way I can gauge if you lot. I'm not going in my bedroom. It's furnace in there. So what? My rocking chair. I love this chair. You know these cards are the longest. They take so long to come out. Can you not hear the music? Talk to me. Let's just take this one. Fortuna. Fortuna. It's gorgeous, isn't it? The Roman goddess Fortuna was the same as an earlier Italian goddess who presides over the earth's abundance and controls the destiny of all human beings. Her name derived from Fortuna, she who turns the year about, came to symbolize the capriciousness of life. Sounds like Capricorn. Of life and luck, the vagaries of fate, and the wheel of life turns around. Her festivals was celebrated in October, and we're all going to be celebrating in October, you hear me now? Because first of all, Pluto and Saturn retrograde is over, so we're all going to be celebrating in October. Oh, you can hear the music. I love you guys. Wonderful. Thank you. So I don't need to turn it up any much louder when I put the soundtrack on. Fortuna gives us a way to approach the ups and downs of life, a perspective that can offer us some equanimity as we proceed on our journey. She helps us, what was the word? The ups and downs of life. She helps us, gives us a way to approach the ups and downs of life as a perspective that can offer us equanimity as we proceed in the journey. There's going to be some downs, but then there obviously needs to be some ups after this happens. So if you already know that you're not supposed to be somewhere, that you've overstayed your welcome somewhere, take yourself out before you pluck the fuck out. I'm just saying, because this full moon's going to reveal it. It's going to make it so loud for you, it's going to mad you. So and those of you that do, you need to understand that you're fully protected, because with the Tower came God's presence and protection. So what more do I need to say about this full moon? Nothing. You understand? It's up and it's down, and we're going to balance ourselves out in it. I can't remember anything I said, that's why. So we're going to move on and do the love reading and carry on. That was in an hour. I love that. I'll see you lot in a bit. Kiss, 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 kiss.